In this tutorial, I'll show you how to add those invisible buttons to each of the individual's faces. So you can see here that I have a PowerPoint presentation with 4 slides. And as you recall, when you click on the first gentleman's face, it takes you to a slide talking about him. It's Jeff. And that slide, if you look closely on the left-hand side, is slide number 2. So we're going to create a button that basically, when you click on it, moves to slide number 2. So I click on the drawing object, which is a square or rectangle, and I place a rectangle over Jeff's face. I then right-click on that shape, on that square, and I click on Hyperlink. In that hyperlink dialog box, I click on slide 2 because that's where I want it to go. Just be aware that you can also select and click to go and do a lot of different things. So you can open up new documents, you can do lots of different activities in here. So just take a look at this dialog box when you're in there and explore a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is make that box invisible so you can't see it. Now, if you want your buttons to be visible, as we discussed in the previous demo, you could just format the button with a specific color and maybe a shadow effect or whatever you wanted to put in there, and then the button would be visible. But in this demo, I'm going to make these buttons completely invisible by basically taking out the fill color and also taking out the color of the line. So that's what I do next. Now that box is completely invisible, so when I play this PowerPoint presentation and I go and click on Jeff's face, it's going to take me to slide 2. Next, what you would do is you'd build an invisible object on each of the other individuals' faces, taking those buttons to the click action of those buttons to slides 3 and 4. I'm going to show you in the next step where to find specific buttons like the home button that I had on the slide and how to add a home button if that's something you wanted to do. After you select that button, you can click in the slide where you want it to be and kind of drag the size of the button in its place, and that will create the button. That's how I created the home button on this slide. Here you can see that the hyperlink can be set to go to any slide pretty much for that particular button. And I'm just going to make it go to the first slide, which is sort of the home slide. So there you have it. I've created a slide with some invisible buttons and a home button. You can change the color on all these things and make it look very polished. So have fun with all of that. The other thing you can do is you can add narration or voice underneath each of the PowerPoint slides. So I'm not going to build demos around that. I'm going to let you stretch and try to find some resources to help you learn how to accomplish that if that's where you're going. Otherwise, you could build a tutorial just like this. You have interactivity. You could have text-based tutorials or information that people would read through, a simple navigation system, either visible or not visible. So it's something that's very flexible, and just have fun exploring and creating this if you're going the PowerPoint route.